Okay, folks. As Carl is fully aware, we haven't really been here for the last 2 months.
Yeah,
buddy?
Yeah.
So we got a lot of catching up to do. There was a bunch of movies come out, some very worthy, some not so worthy. So we're going to do a little quick catch up here.
Right.
We're going to give ourselves 7 minutes, do 7 or 8 movies. We're going to catch you guys up on everything you needed to know about the last 2 months worth of movies. So
and I'm going to start us off.
7 minutes on the clock.
And Mark.
Go.
So, Lincoln recently came out with Spielberg and Daniel Day-Lewis playing Lincoln. Tommy Lee Jones, surprisingly, was in that movie. And all I really want to say is, go see it. It's still out of theaters. Go see it for Christmas if you're not going to see anything else. It's a great movie. Daniel Day-Lewis gives a great performance.
Green? Okay.
Green. Straight up green, yeah.
Okay. One that is out of theaters now, unfortunately, may still be in theaters because of some Oscar buzz, is Argo. Ben Affleck directing. I love Ben Affleck directing. Please stop starring in your own movies, though. I cannot forget G. Lee. Stop starring in movies.
And the great thing about the movie was it gave it kind of like a, if you didn't know much about the history of that time period,
you were completely caught up. And not only that, props for putting Jimmy Carter at the end. I was sitting there.
Yeah.
I was sitting there in the movie afterwards, just going, "That's President Carter!" like flipping out. Great movie, and not only that, had a really solid cast. Who later came up in another movie that I like to talk about real quick before we bounce back over is Killing Them Softly, which was filmed down here in New Orleans. Brad Pitt's movie. Really great sentiments in this movie. A lot of great storytelling, not a lot of action. So
Argo, yeah.
Argo was green. Loved it. A lot of good pacing. I mean, there was that Hollywood-esque ending where it was really drawn out, but I was kind of not breathing, so I can't knock it. For Killing Them Softly, definitely wait for DVD. Worth a watch just because it was local.
Yeah.
I think you wanted to talk about Skyfall next.
Yeah, Skyfall, the recent Bond movie with Daniel Craig. A lot of people loved it. I don't think it's as good as the Quantum of Solace or the other
Casino Royale.
Yeah, but Javier Bardem was in it, and he was just so creepy as a villain. Like,
However,
the creepiest villain I think ever.
Really underused.
Yes.
Really underused. And by the way, I totally disagree with this. I think Casino Royale was amazing because it changed the Bond legacy as far as I'm concerned.
But I'm saying I
think like Casino Royale and this are on par, and just Quantum is just kind of. I wish it didn't happen.
I didn't like. I like the ending of Skyfall. I just everything in the middle. I was like, just get to it. I felt like.
Yeah, Javier Bardem was genuinely creepy. However, it's kind of hard not to
in
draw
that slightly bisexual kind of way.
Yeah, that was really funny.
Yeah.
Like throwing off him, like it threw off a lot of people. But it's kind of hard not to draw correlation between him and the Joker, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like they have a scene where he's locked up in interrogation. And he's doing creepy facial twitches. He's always just one step ahead. He uses a lot of bombs. He's attacking headquarters.
I never thought
he
about
actually
that. Joker,
he dresses up as a cop and tries to assassinate somebody. I'm like, how
true.
close to Joker are we going to get before it's just Joker?
Yeah.
So I mean, he was a great character, and I'm not saying Javier. I'm not saying Javier stole from that character at all. This is just what the character was.
Yeah.
This is more what he came with, and he actually turned it into something. So I'm going to recommend it. Rachel Weisz, please stop defending Bond. I know he cried. It's really sentimental. Don't care. Stop defending it.
But I'm still going to give it a green.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. I want to do one quick one that was kind of under the radar based on one of my favorite books, Perks of Being a Wallflower. I enjoyed this movie thoroughly. However, this movie, it was made about 17 years too late. Had this been made right after the book came out, this movie would still be kind of groundbreaking, I think, because he's a kind of geeky writer. He's got a gay best friend. At the time when you didn't talk about having gay best friends, we're talking like pre-1994. This is still when that stuff would have been kind of new as far as a positive light, because there's really no positive images in film before the early 90s. But I will say Emma, great acting job. All the people who act in this movie, great acting job. It's just one of those movies that it came out now and everyone's like, what's the big deal? It's like, well, the book was a big deal at the time. Everyone really enjoyed it, but it's just not here. I'm going to say wait for DVD, even though I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Another movie that came out in October that we reviewed was The Possession with Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yes.
It was good in the beginning of the movie, and just fell on its face at the end. I don't remember what I gave it, but I'm giving it a DVD. It just,
Wow, that's actually kind of high for what I was expecting. I wasn't enthralled at all, even with Modest Yahoo as the pseudo exorcist. All right, another one that I just want to mention real quick. Let's just get it out of the way. Twilight, terrible.
I haven't even seen it.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was absolutely 1 star. I've never seen an ego so out of place. Like, it's just everyone is just either in love with Bella or wants to kill her because they're so in love with her. Who writes that? It's just, and please stop, Stephanie Myers. The adverbs are getting too much for me.
Oh yeah, because now she's got that new movie coming out.
Yeah. Don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. All right, another bad movie. Let's get that out of the way. Rise of the Guardians. Here's the final lines of that movie, and you tell me what you think of it. My name's Jack Frost, and I'm a Guardian. How do I know? The moon told me. And when the moon tells you something, you listen, you believe.
So that
And
was
then
the
the
man in
next,
the
then
moon?
the next thing is like someone who sounds like a bad version of like an opera singer singing, "All the dreams you've ever dreamed are marching in the dream parade." Total drivel. Have no idea what this movie's about, and a Russian Santa. Red. Don't want anything to do with this. I don't care that the guy's from Louisiana. I hope you're watching this. It was drivel. Don't you? What is that even? What is this movie even about? All right. What else do we got? Oh.
I saw Red Dawn.
Go ahead. Throw it in.
Unlike Cabin in the Woods,
Here's a
which-
Hemsworth
with
movie
a
that should have
Hemsworth
stayed
in it.
shelved.
Hemsworth in it, and just like in Cabin in the Woods, Hemsworth, the same Hemsworth dies. Didn't ruin anything for you because
It's a terrible movie. First off, they couldn't decide on the villains.
No.
And not only that, it's really scary because when you watch it, you think like I was in the theater. I thought the sound was out of sync with the movie because it was Chinese, it was North Korean, and they were like, "Yeah, it's close enough. Let's just dub over with a new language that doesn't sync up with the words."
No.
And then and it's this weird surreal thing because the words are going. It's like a bad Godzilla movie. They're saying stuff that doesn't sync with the audio, and then you're reading English on the bottom, and your just brain wants to explode.
Yeah.
They couldn't be bothered to like little details about whether they're Chinese, North Korean, or Russian.
And just like Cabin in the Woods, this was a movie that was on the shelf for 3 years, and they said, "Oh, Chris Hemsworth, he's Thor, he's famous. Let's put a movie out." Like he did.
Yeah, and
Anyway, Red.
yeah, red, absolute red.
Just like Red Dawn, Red.
Red, yeah. And then I wanted to mention one movie that I really thoroughly enjoyed. Probably my favorite movie of the year was Safety Not Guaranteed. Movie, we talked about it briefly on the website and on the blog. I got a minute, stop rushing. What else you got? Nothing. I'm going to burn time now just talking about it. Great movie about an actual ad placed in a newspaper for someone to go back in time with. Must provide own weapon, safety not guaranteed. And this won a bunch of awards at Sundance for screenwriting. And really great movie, really heartfelt. And got Mr. Mark Duplass from Louisiana, filmmaker from down here. 5 seconds? Oh, that makes more sense. Full Out Green. It's on DVD, but see it now.
And I'm going to borrow the DVD from him.
All right, what else we got? Cabin in the Woods was awesome.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go out on
Yeah.
record and say that again. Cabin in the Woods was great.
Yes.
I
Go
really
get
didn't
the
think we'd
DVD.
finish all that.
Yeah.
What else? Come on.
What was the famous line?
What?
Famous line before the clock's out. Cabin in the Woods.
Husband bulge.
Husband bulge.
We're going to finish on husband bulge.
Yeah. And we'll be back with more on Shabbat Movies.
Time!